it again. I said, let's try it again. Are we live? I said, are we live? We still not live. What's going on here? All right, there we go. We are live. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, both there rolled one
What was that? It's time to hit him. Hit him.
I don't know how I do it.
You keep trying to preach to them. They don't want to listen. It's 2000. Let's get it, baby. Beat.
So, instead of talking trash, let's get to this.
Wait a minute, something ain't right. Hit him. What's something heavy? Hit him. Okay.
You get really intense. I'm sorry, man. I thought I should have on rage. I want to say something rap on the fact that my chick all moved to a kind of man. This is my emotion. This was my life. I'm a powerful emotion. So only them sees a notion. Or better yet, get a grip. If I turn pro, my ratings will never slip on the chart. Bullseye, I'm just like a dog. Making those these suckers who are salivating. And a chance, the track is the brother. Pushes out the dope. Beats in the russell. Son, you know you wanna hear this. You sucker be ignorant because I don't sample. I'm a prime example that my man can run the show. That's my title hit. So now you know. That's why I'm so confident. I like to make my talent. I put it on display. Even you other suckers out there right. Yeah, I'm admiring the man who retired. Top fix, who have lost their desire to stand out on that own. Don't bring that gang mentality to the microphone. Then it tells them about you right. Who you ever like? We know you can't fight. That's why I'm serving the warrant for your last right. You can break, yo. I'm hitting you with something heavy.
Hit him. What's something heavy? Why keep talking like trash? They keep messing around. Watch the make the dash. Why I put my stinking foot in the ass? What's something heavy? They keep talking and jump. Pop that trunk. Get him. They got ready.
Yo. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm backed up in the corner. So let me state my case. I'm old school and I'm not ashamed. I can close my music for fun night. So money to fame. I grew up in Motown, disco, and pop rock. I used to rock to the slot, lugging my box. That was back in the day when you didn't have to lock your door. And the kids could play outside. Or hack in the woods. See better youth today don't have it that good. I was in my childhood for all the computer games in the state. It was much more fun to create. We had arts and crafts, paper and planes, and the kids have games where people get slain. And when you get killed, you act surprised. You know why? They're desensitized. Like his other exposure to violence. I studied diet through my movies and hip hop music that's playing how to hustle. So always use muscle, and you can't expect them not to use it. Get ready, cause I'm hitting you with something heavy.
Get him. What's something heavy? They keep talking and jump. They nothing but bump. What you quitting at? When they start to dash, when you pop the trunk, you know they nothing but stump. Hit him. What's something heavy? These suckers ain't with it. Come on, Jack, it's time for you to get him.
Kicking the bricks, feel me a Scotty, back him up like Gotti, pop the drum, hit it from the back, break me off the jump. These are some examples of why I can't connect. You guys rattle on phrases instead of coming correct. If you don't hang on the corner or run the street, then you don't get the meaning. Then the round is complete. Then you, the MC, become obviously only. I tell the people they don't comprehend. I know I'm listening on you, probably, but you're down a rap or a big box. You're selling rap short. That's rather you got. Don't you find that bizarre? Cause there's not one rap superstar who can come close to the record sales of the people. Michael Jackson, not Biggie, Master P, or Tupac. Can boast the satisfaction of selling a 30 million copy of just one release because your booty rhymes are trapped on the street. So you suck, you can't switch up because your family turned away. So you gotta stay right where you are. Find that funky club and sleazy bar.
They ain't ready.
I'm hitting you with something heavy.
They ain't ready.
What's something heavy? They keep talking and trash. Put him back at that ass. Put him in there. Go ahead and pop the trunk. Back these suckers away. These suckers, they talking trash. They're coming. I'm gonna put you on ya. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna beat you. Ain't a damn thing you can do cause I'm coming. I'm back by the power of God. That's God given. Holy Spirit driven. And I'm trying to teach you suckers the right way. But you don't wanna stay. I'm so sick of people talking about it's okay to be gay. It's 2000 and I'm coming real. Cover and dirt. And bringing the steel. I'm a microphone. I'm playing it back and watch me. It's like, hit him. What's something telling? I'm tired of talking that trash. You don't mess with me, I'm fucking doing that. Don't like it, well that's too damn bad. Cause I'm like a rat that can get rid of me. And I keep coming, something like a bitch. All I gotta say is, just keep getting them.
That's not right. I've been working on the chat the whole time. Why the chat won't free up? Didn't get to sing along with the song or anything. You just took all the fun out of it. We'll scroll down here. Refresh the browser. Come on, man. Come on. Why is it not catching? Why ain't the chat catching? Something's not right. Am I on the right channel? That could be it. Go into the screen. It's not going to show. Shuck, the screen won't show. Okay, we can't get no help there. Are we on private? Which means we already got the next thing set up. Are we on private? We was just on last night. No, we on public. So what's the problem? And we on the right channel, right? Yeah, we on the right channel. So what's the problem? Why isn't the chat working? This is utterly ridiculous. It's always something. So let's just start over again then. Come back. Delete this chat. You ain't no good. Let me do a refresh. This is crazy. Let me put a song or something on. Y'all have something to listen to. This is crazy. I ain't played this in a while.
Yeah, BROTHA, the one-man show, coming at you like I always do. And if you can't handle it, check it out, yo. I'm telling the truth. I bring the facts, and that's all. But you can't react to it, because you're living it. And if you're living it, you can't see what you're doing. Y'all living trite. Glorifying that street right, mix my ice well until the night. Well, that's how you live. If that's all you got to give, then reach for the stars, the orange jumpsuit, or the prison bars. How you living? How you living?
There it is.
Yeah. I see you bubbles from the corner. Oh, wow. I see you bubbles from the strip. Oh, wow. But you don't know what's me. I'm right here learning. People creeping in the shadows. Feeling your holes, never feeling your flows. But push that blow, make the money, make that cash. Flash that ice, something that entice me. I make mine honestly. I look over my shoulder. Even if you're cold, but I'm colder, wiser, because I'm older. Got beef, well, I got the relate solution to your ghetto pollution. Clean up the streets before you ask for a beat. Make sure your lyrics is tight before you pick up the mic. Or you get blasted off with the lyrical fanatic. Real static, I'm waiting. Late concentration will leave your man hate, drop that zero. Will be a real hero. The man with a plan to create magic. My pen is the pad, I'm loyal, no set, no click, no fruit. This is how I do, and you can't handle it. I'm still like a candle. You're doing wrong, and I'm coming on strong. But keep ignoring me, like Tyson, I'm blowing me. Yo, y'all living trite. Glorifying that street light, chasing the ice. Well, into the night, that's how you live. And that's all you got to give. Then reach for the stars, the orange jumpsuit. Over prison bars, how you living, yo? How you living? Nobody little action that could. I wanna rock every neighborhood. All my tracks on international scale. I wanna see my lyrics in every language, even braille. I might fail, but I can't use that as an excuse. I have faith in God, I stick on my roots. I create, so I come along to what's hot. And you can't compose, so how you know what's not? You take what you're giving your all receivers. I'm gonna reach all believers. I had many offers to play that rock when I was young. I wanted to be a cop, but what I do best is drop. I ain't the type of work to 9 to 5, just to survive. I don't need a lesson flexing. I don't need a sample for the president. I don't need a attention to make it. You like it or you hate it. I don't give respect, you earn it. Unless my CD, I'm burning. Take it back, return by. The chasing is high, doesn't make you fly. It makes you die. If anything I said ain't right, yo, I drop my mic. Cause y'all living right. All up on that street life, chasing that ice well into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. Then reach for the stars and won't jump street. Or the prison bars, how you living, yo? How you living? Yo, but we chant murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. And I think down when they ain't for real. Come see our road gangsters. Not these weed smoking crystals, wrecking fighters who get high and let the bullets fly. Yo, if you got the pop, pump, you a straight pump. If you grab the block because you can't block, you can't kick up, keep your mouth shut. Some of us so lazy, and they'll learn a couple tricks. We pull a trigger and go crazy. Hit little kids, they ain't doing nothing but being in the wrong place. Pop, pop, pop. The little girl got shot in the face or can't hop, got no one comes to help. Too busy looking out for themselves. 5 volts took out the shell casing. You and yours hiding out pacing because you missed the one you were aiming for. And come back to keep the score from your brave. Wait for the to attack, get ready for the big payback. But y'all straight punks hiding out. Y'all living trite for a fine that street life. Chasing that night, well, into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. To reach for the stars, the orange jump street, or the prison bars.
How you living, yo? How you living?
You living trite for a fine that street life. Chasing the ice, well, into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. To reach for the stars, orange jump street, or the prison bars. I see you bubbers on the corner. I'm on the strip talking shit. I see you bubbers out on the corner, on the strip talking. I see you bubbers in the club, but you won't show love unless you come like a thug.
Freestyle, yo, you don't notice me, but I'm coming at ya. You turn around and I'm grabbing ya. Body slam, cramming me naked to the cement. I ain't done until you're totally spent. I don't give a damn, bring what you got.
Suckers get dropped, they get robbed, blocks go pop. But you won't get a chance to reach that trigger, son.
I'm bigger, and I figured you out.
You a straight punk if you not with your boy.
Don't have your toy, then you get destroyed.
So bring it, don't sing it, fling it like a beat. I'm gonna sing it. I'm Blue Darrow, one man show. And what I do is sit next, you never know. Yo. You wish you could compose like this. You wish you could compose like this. Go home and play with your little beat machines. Go play with your samplers, suckers.
Alrighty. Sorry for the double song. We had a problem with the chat. When you watch the Brother Derrick show, the way it start out ain't the way it's going in. Because you don't know what I'm going to do because I don't know what I'm going to do. But our topic for today is, what can you do right now to make a difference in the world today? No matter how big or small a contribution, what can you do? You sitting there watching right now, what can you do? Well, I found a place that got a lot of suggestions, and I would like us to take a look at them. The reason why I'm not doing the song, I'm trying to save my voice. That's why I didn't say that to the end of the song, and I didn't do the theme song. I'm trying to save my voice because we got a lot to look at. So get yourself a cup of coffee or get your little drink and get you some popcorn, some cookies, or whatever, and let's sit down here. Can we use any of these ideas in 2020? Now, I asked you, if you gotta walk the dogs, go ahead and walk them. This is a lengthy travel. So I hope y'all are ready. Hope y'all ready to chat. And if not, hey, I put it out there. So let's get to it. Let me go ahead and block this image. The only reason it's showing, I gotta find which one it is. Where is the image? Is that a G1? There it is. Sorry about that, y'all. We got so much stuff sitting there, it's ridiculous. All right, let's get to it. This is not a typo. 51 ways to make a difference in the world. This is not a typo. So I hope y'all are ready. Have you met a stranger who completely changed the way you looked at the world? That someone at the departmental shop who let you ahead of him in the queue because your child was losing patience? Or that someone in a public transport who offered you a seat because you look so exhausted? Or a vendor who waved you away to charge you owe him just because you had no coins in your pockets? Well, this world is full of such compassionate, kind, and beautiful souls. This everyday kindness is a blessing. It gives us instantaneous joy, which is refreshing and pleasant. Today in our current lifestyle, how could one make a difference in this world? As the new year dawned, when the whole world made plans and resolutions, what did you choose to do? Here are 51 ways to make a difference in the world. Oh, Lord, it's 51 of them. Ah, sweet Jesus. Giving. It's not how much we give, but how much love we put into the giving. A quote from Mother Teresa. All right, number 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. You can save 3 lives if you choose to donate blood. Okay, that's a good one. Got a lot of shoes and clothes, gathering dust in the closet, donate them to an orphanage. All right, that's a good one. Donate a month color pencil supplies to the kindergarten class of your local school. Kids love colors. See the joy in their eyes. Another great suggestion. Pay it forward to assist the local farmer and motivate him or her to go completely organic. 5, feed stray animals. Make one of them your pets if you like to. So we're going to comment after every 5. Remember, we got 51. Anybody have any comments on the first 5? I mean, they seem pretty easy. Donate blood can save up to 3 lives. Has anybody donated any blood recently? That's something you could do. Go check your closets for old clothes and donate them to an orphanage. Especially if you got kids, you know you got them clothes in the back closet down everywhere. Donate a month color pencil supplies to the kindergarten class of your local school. That's something great. If you got farmers near you, instead of buying the groceries from the market, go buy them from them in person. Get the stuff right off the farm. Feed stray animals. Make one of them your pets if you like to. My only problem with the feeding the stray animals, if they wild, they used to feed themselves. If you feed them, they're going to become dependent on you, and you have to keep feeding them, or they're going to die. That's my problem with that one. An animal that's in the wild, that's surviving, when you start feeding it, it kind of forgets how to take care of itself. It comes dependent on you. That's why, you know, when you feed a deer or you feed any animals, they come back. They come back because they don't have to go hunt for the food. They expect you to give it to them. So as long as you are there to give it to them, it's a good thing. If you're going to do it one time, don't do it because they'll be back. You know what they say? Don't feed the animals at the zoo. They'll be trying to get out. They'll come follow you home. All right. Let's go to number 6. We're going to stop every 5. Let me check the chat. before we go in? Anybody have a comment yet? Nope, let's keep going. Say sorry to someone from whom you expect an apology. Yes, that is the only way to mend fences. Don't expect to get. Give, don't expect to get back. But get that first point. Say sorry to someone for whom you'd expect an apology. That's something that we can do. Once again, I'll be the guinea pig. If that person is listening, I offended somebody earlier today, and I hope that they listen and accept my apology. But they were really irritated over a comment that I made about a state that my family is from. And I told an old joke that my great-grandmother, God rest her soul, used to tell. And it offended her. And I don't know why. She's not even from that state, but it offended her. So I would like to apologize for that. And let's keep it moving. Number 7, blog about a social issue which needs attention and share it on social media. 8, dedicate a complete day to help out a friend in his or her aspirations and goals. Yeah, that's pretty doable. Grow out your hair for a couple months religiously. Cut it all out and donate to an organization which makes cute wigs for kids. Oh, now that's a great idea. If you can grow long hair, that's priceless, especially for, people going through chemo. That's priceless to give them that, their confidence back. Being able to wear a wig of human hair. I ain't talking about, don't do it for no weaves. Do it for people that have their hair falling out due to chemo, cancer, diseases that really make people's hair fall out. Adults, they have the means, but sometimes it's a struggle for the parents, and the kids have to walk around bald-headed and getting teased. If you can get them a little wig, it'll help them not get teased in school. Rescue stray animals and hand them over to an animal shelter like the Blue Cross. Don't hand them over to the animal shelter that's going to euthanize them. I'd rather they be out wandering around than to be killed. Stop doing what is easy or popular. Start doing what is right. Roy T. Bennett. Quote from Roy T. Bennett. 11. All that trash lying around in your neighborhood, organize a weekend cleanup drive. Great idea. You got a lot of trash in your neighborhood, try to organize a weekend cleanup drive. It's hard in the inner city, I know, I tried it, it's hard. People just step right over it and they don't care. But if you got the kind of neighborhood where the people actually, own their houses and take pride in them, it shouldn't be that hard, to organize a cleanup drive. 12. Got some talent? Is it singing or dancing or playing the lute? Teach a few kids for free. If you're good at playing an instrument, you can teach some of the kids in the neighborhood how to do it. 13. Visit the old age home in your locality and spend an hour reading out books to the elders. Their smile would warm your heart. Another great idea. It's a lot of old people in a nursing home, and a lot of times their families forget about them and don't be bothered with them, and they're lonely. So if you can, take your family, go down there, and just bring a little cheer to somebody else's life, you'd be surprised how much fun you would have. I know you think sitting around a bunch of old folks ain't no fun, but if you can make it fun. Volunteer at the suicide hotline in your city. Save a life. I've done that, and trust me, you get some weird phone calls. But I remember I was watching a TV show, and somebody had to work the suicide hotline, which gave me the idea. And they would be like, "Suicide hotline, how can I help you? Suicide hotline, let me stop you." And I used that when I was on the phone, and it got some people to laugh. I don't find it funny. Maybe if you were in that situation, you would find that funny. I didn't, but they did. 15, plant a tree sapling in your backyard. Now, be careful when you plant a tree. Make sure you're not near no power lines. Make sure you're not around any underground plumbing or underground cable wires. You don't want to cut everybody's cable off in the neighborhood. You won't make many friends that way. But and make sure it's not too close to the house where if it fall, it'll actually fall on the house, or if the branches extend out, that they go through your windows. So try to keep an idea of where you put it. You know, actually plan it. You know, check with the city planner to make sure you don't have any underground pipes or anything, you know, that could be busted. But that's a pretty good idea. Planting a tree. Trees provide, well, all plants provide oxygen. So the more trees you plant, the more cleaner air we'll have. Also, volunteer to babysit a few hours at the orphanage. Now, this right here is something that is challenging, but at the same time, it's fulfilling. You actually can make somebody's day by doing that. Let me check the comments. Hey, Liz, welcome back. Sorry it took me so long to come back. I actually got this dumb idea. I'm always thinking that since this is supposed to be Verizon, we got a Verizon S5. So I tried to put it in the Verizon. I tried to put the SIM card in the Verizon S5, and it takes the big one. But I got the little thing, you know, the thing you put in there, and I couldn't get it to work on the Verizon S5. Our T-Mobile S5, it worked, but it said SIM was locked. So I'm going to contact them and give them the IEME number and ask them if we could try and see if that phone will work better than this thing they gave me. Even though it's an older phone, will it work better? You know, so I gave that a shot. And I also got a phone call after I put the SIM back in there. I was right on time. I got a phone call from the doctor's office, and the doctor changed the date. So it's the 26th at 3 p.m. So, and luckily I gave them the Google Voice number. So they didn't get anything on, you know, but you know, the 2 lines for Metro we don't have anymore. They had called them, and they're not activated. But the Google Voice number is, you know, the 461, what is it? 461-4568, whatever it is. That number, they was able to contact me because I set the Google Voice up on the phone. And luckily, so I would have went there for nothing. So that's good. And I got the window 3 to 320. So we'll be there on the 26th. And I get a couple more days to get ready. So that's good. Y'all know I got some toiletries from the market last night for the and that gives me a little bit more time because I got some chicken legs and I got some hot dogs. So
We're gonna go up probably on the 23rd or 24th. We're gonna go. I want to go 2 days before. So even though we only going to the hospital is like 2 blocks from the 7-Eleven. Y'all see me going to. So it's not far. It ain't like the cardiologist is a wave. That's like 3 miles. This is only like a mile. So it's not that far. If y'all remember, I did the live from the hospital that I was talking about in the show we did on the other channel. We was actually at that hospital. So like I said, when I get off of here, I'm going to try to chat with the people and see if I can see if we can use that Verizon S5, because it could be the phone also. And like I said, they won't do a mobile live stream. So we'll see. It's always something going on here, you know. It's always something going on. We just roll with it. For those of you that watched yesterday, our mobile live was a disaster. And all the precautionary things that I brought, none of them would work. And here is the connectors that I bought. They won't work with the phone. But I bought the connectors so that we could connect this to the phone. Now this will work with the S5, so that's why I was trying to get the S5s activated. So I'm gonna chat with them and ask them, you know, we got a Verizon S5, we got a T-Mobile S5. Like I said, the Verizon S5 didn't recognize the SIM card at all. But the T-Mobile S5 recognized the SIM card, but said it was locked and asked me for a passcode. So that means that they have the SIM card locked. And so I need to either get them the MEI number or ask them for the passcode. And then we can see if that phone, the reception is better. Because if it is, then we can look on going on the if the reception is better on the S5, then I might look into getting the S6 or maybe a S7. You know, I'll ask them what phone has the best radio in it, and we'll try and go from there. Maybe we can keep the service. I mean, it's only $40 a month, but I'm thinking it's more the phone than anything else. I think if the phone had if it wasn't such a piece of crap. I mean, they won't even live stream. I've never had a phone that won't do a YouTube mobile live. And we were sitting at the market, so we were halfway to where we are right now. We were halfway to the tower. And we actually had 4 bars. Full bars on all of the channel. And I saw a band 5. I didn't know they had a band 5. We can't get it down here. I was on band 5 up there. I didn't know they had a band 5. So we was on band 5 and it still wouldn't run the mobile live. And we actually, you know, I actually have the the cell phone holder on a stick and I have it up in the air. That's why I can't really get the messages and everything, because the phone is up in the air. And I got it in the air and it's facing the tower. And that's how we get that good reception on band 13. That's the only one that we actually get full bars on. And if it's up there and it's not being touched, it'll get 4 bars. It's saying 4 bars right now. If I bring it down or move it or touch it, the bars drop down. So I'm hoping that it's just a crappy radio in there, just like we had in the 360-degree camera. It had a crappy radio.
And that's why we got the LGs, because they had a good radio. I Googled it and did some research, and they were the least expensive phones that you could get from Metro PCS. They had the best antennas in them. Sometimes when they put the phones together, they might give you some cheap parts of this, cheap parts of that, and then sit here and say, here you go, when they know they haven't put it. But, Samsung, a Sony, a LG, their flagship phones, an iPhone, they're going to have great radios because they put a lot into their phones. But you got these old cheap companies, they just go ahead and just throw stuff in there, and leftover stuff from other companies, That was the reason why I could have got a better bike than the bike we got, a faster bike, but they were Chinese and they weren't name brand. And I'm watching videos and they talking about the stuff fall off of them and the brakes stop working after a week, and the tires keep going flat because they so cheap, and the motor's going up, and they say it's 500 watt, but it's only 250 watt, and they're sending from overseas. You really gonna send it back? How much money it cost to that thing back? You just go ahead and buy another one. So that's why even though we could have got better as far as better options, we went with something that was a name brand that was trusted. Swagtron is trusted, and they have a lot of products out, and people like them. It's not just a name brand, but it was also highly rated, and it's been holding up. So we made a good decision. But like I said, if I would have got, I might could look on there and say, well, I can put this online for $300 and charge, $140 to ship it, and somebody will buy it, and then go buy, a Chinese bike that say it's 500 watt and supposed to have all these doohickeys on there, and then I get on it and it won't even take me down the street. You know what I'm saying? But they'll have Bluetooth and all these light options and all that. And then I sit on it and the daggone thing sink to the ground. So, that's why I say, I went with quality over the bells and whistles. I went with the quality. And so, Samsung, their flagship phones, they put the quality in them. So just like the 360-degree camera works with the Samsung phone. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't so big, I was thinking about seeing if I can get the Samsung, would it run the live stream? See, that's why I say, when you talk about Brother Derrick, there's always something that I'm doing. And there's always a new angle. Like I said, yesterday bombed. I mean, everything bombed. When I say it, I mean everything. Nothing would work. I sat there trying so many different options, and we got defeated on all of them. Finally, I gave up and said, forget it, I'm just going to ride home. But I believe that the camera, by the live not cutting off, I believe that's the reason why. But I didn't take it outside. No, I don't think that's it. Because I didn't take it outside. I didn't take the 360-degree camera outside. I went outside and tried to live with the phone, right? So I don't believe. We'll find out. Hopefully, we won't stay on here too long, and I'll be able to call the people and see if I can get them to transfer the service to one of these phones. And but I do know on the T-Mobile it wouldn't show the LTE side, but it showed the other side. I don't want to misspeak on it. Let me see. It showed the LAC, and the LAC, it had all 4 bars, and this phone for the LAC, it only has 1 bar. So if that gives you an example, now usually the other side is like when you on, you know, T-Mobile or Simple Mobile or Metro PCS, when you on that system, the LTE is just for data, but the phone calls and the texting, they don't use the LTE. T-Mobile cheap, and they use, you know, Husper, or they use, you know, 2G for your phone calls and for your messages. And that's why some people try to put a SIM card in and it won't do, because, you know, if AT&T and Verizon does straight LTE and they don't use the smaller bands, the older bands, then you're not going to be able to make phone calls. And a lot of times with that Verizon phone, I would have to go into the call settings and rig them, or otherwise people will call and the phone wouldn't ring. I had to actually make it to switch. It had the bands, but I had to make them active so that they could pick it up, because, you know, T-Mobile cheap and don't use LTE for everything. Now this phone says LTE only, so it only does LTE, which I find weird. You know, where are the other bands at? I know, you know, I don't know much about Sprint and Verizon, but I do know that you had 1XRT and 2XRT. Anybody that had a Verizon, you know what I'm talking about. Or you have a 3XRT, you know, and then you have CDMA, and then you got something that start with a T. Those are the frequencies that they use. And that's a reason why, you know, when you find a locked phone from Verizon, you know, until recently when they made that deal with the FCC, keep telling y'all about, you couldn't do nothing with them. If you find a Sprint phone right now, you can't do nothing with it. You have to call and activate it. You can't do nothing with it. And I'm finding that out right now because they locked that SIM card. And so I'm going to have to call them, and they had a unlock number, and I might can get that from them, and we can see if it's any better. That's what I should have did instead of coming back live. That's what I should have did. But it's early. It's only 3 o'clock, so we'll give it a shot. See, that's one thing about this show. We probably be doing Can You Make a Difference, and we talk about other things. That's why I love doing this. All right, where were we? Collect reusable plastic for recycling. Clean up the environment. That's a good idea. Bake cookies for a relative who you've not met in a year. Surprise him or her. Okay, that's a great idea. Gift a tree sapling to your best friend on his or her birthday, and help them plant. Don't just give them to them. They might throw it away. Make sure they plant it. Babysit to help out a single parent. Tell him or her to go have some me time. Great idea. Sharing. Love grows only by sharing. You can only have more for yourself by giving it away to others. Let me check the chat real quick before we get on to 21. No comments? All right, let's keep moving. 21. Share your snacks, lunch, or coffee with a friend at work. 22. Show an embarrassing photo of you to friends and get them a good laugh. Okay, that's simple. 23. Have a lot of grocery coupons. Give them to the first person you meet on the sidewalk. Okay. 24. What is your aspiration?
Share it with a complete stranger and ask him or her what she thinks about it. Their no-nonsense response could change your life. 25. Upgrade to the latest iPhone. What did you do to the older? What did you do with the older model? Give it to someone who needs them. That's a great idea. 26. Buy 2 copies of the Heartfulness magazine. Give one to a friend who does not yet read it. And subscribe your friend to the free digital version of the e-magazine. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. Abraham Lincoln. Check the chat real quick. Anybody got any comments? Nope. Keep it going. Mentor someone. Number 27. Mentor someone. 28. Avoid plastic bags for a month. If you can create the habit, avoid them for a year. I don't know. I gotta have my plastic bags now. They make great trash bags. You know, you use that. You can hang it, close to you, and then tie it up, put it in the trash can, and then take out 2 more, and then you got another trash can, and then when that fill up, tie it in a knot, put it in the bag. By the time you get up to 4, get your other trash, like your grease bottles from cooking, and boxes from things you get, snacks or whatever, and get your chicken. Like my refrigerator, it really gets cold. So like when I buy some meat, I start putting it in the freezer. It would take it too long to thaw. So I keep it down the bottom and ain't nothing never gone bad. And so, when I get up to when the trash bag is ready to go, I just take them, I take the thing, I break them in half, you fold them. The yellow cartons to hold the meat. You fold them and then put them in the trash bag, take them right out the door. Go right out the door with it. So them plastic bags come in handy. What do y'all think of? Did y'all go a year without plastic bags? And then, what about the trash? Where are you going to put the trash in? You don't use a plastic bag, the can going to stink. And then that's going to draw, rodents. And that means that, you can't put raw, you can't put meat in the trash can because the meat turn to maggots. So you definitely want to have a bag on there so you can bag them up and take them around outside and throw it in. You know what I mean? Shoot, you definitely don't want no maggots crawling around your daggone house. All right, 29. Plant a vegetable crop on your porch and water them every day. Okay. 30. Create vegetable fruit waste compost for your vegetable garden. 31. Save an hour's electricity than your normal consumption every day. Okay. 32. Do not waste leftovers for a week. Save food. At the end of the week, you will have learned to cook adequately, not more than what you need. 33. Have you heard of the United Nations Foundations? Lobby for at least 2 of them. I choose 5 and 16. Check what they are. Okay. 34. Teach a girl to write. Teach a girl child to write. Take a tiny steps toward women empowerment. 35. Sponsor an entire year's education for a girl child if you can afford it. All right, this must be a lady page. Now, I didn't know this, so don't get mad at me, y'all men out there. Hopefully there ain't no man bashing coming. Loving. Love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. Robert A. Heinlein made that comment. 36. Cook for a friend. Especially if they lonely, and they can't get out. You coming by and cooking for them and hanging out with them, would mean the world to them. Great idea. 37. Tell someone they look beautiful and mean it. And if they smile back at you, you meant it. 38.
launder for your spouse. Give him or her a rest. 39. Share favorite recipes with complete strangers and follow up to see if they actually cook them. That's pretty cool. 40. Buy a cup of coffee for the person standing next to you at Starbucks. 41. Give a hug to a homeless person today morning. What? Give a hug to a homeless person this morning. Okay, this is a typo right there. Okay. Sing nursery rhymes to your neighbor's toddler. Surprise your spouse with a gift he or she would cherish all of his or her life. 44. Say thank you and I love you to 10 people today. That's a great one right there. Meditating feeling. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. I want to go back to that number, to that question. Say thank you and I love you to 10 people today. You know, it still irks me. It doesn't irk me about my little girl because even though she was a baby, I told her many a time. But I didn't tell my mother before she passed away what she meant to me. And I didn't get to tell my great-grandmother before she passed away because she wound up getting Alzheimer's. You know, my great-grandmother, the one that give you the phrases, you got the sense of a chance. Sometimes up, sometimes down. Sometimes you feel level to the ground. Hee hee. Y'all put that hee hee on it. And North Carolina hee hee. She ain't the only one. Her sisters did it too. She got Aunt Dora and Aunt Virginia. Aunt Dora I used to go to church with, but I didn't know Virginia and what was the other aunt? Name start with an H. I can't remember. I think I only met her at the family reunion in North Carolina when we went. That was back in the 80s. No, it was the 70s. It had to be around 79, 78. It had to be 79, 78. It was around that time. We went down there for the family reunion, went down to Tillery, and then we got stuck. They got these drainage ditches, and I don't know how we got stuck. And somebody had to go get a truck, and they got a chain, and they pulled us up. And the one thing I remember is we drove through the town. Boy, Tillery is small. It was like you could almost drive through downtown in like a block and a half. That's how small it was. You know, like you had the courthouse and the post office and stuff like that. And then it was like, nothing. And then you would see these houses, and then you would see the trailers at the back of the property or the side of the property. It was like the kids didn't leave. They just built a trailer on the parents' property. That's one thing that I remember about Tillery, North Carolina when we went down there. If some of y'all frequent that place, y'all can validate or dispute what I said. But I'm going from childhood memory. But there's a lot of people that I wish that I could tell them how I felt about them before they passed away. Mr. Hunter. Who else? The Cunningham. There's a lot of people I like to, a lot of people I would like to. But, maybe I'll see them in the afterlife. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to skip that. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Helen Keller. Make a list of things you are grateful for. And at the end of the day, how do you feel when you thank God for those? Write your feelings in your diary. Make a list of things you are grateful for at the end of the day. How do you feel when you thank God for those things? Write your feelings in your diary. 46. Hug a tree. Feel the energy. Ask a friend to do the same. Make this a weekly habit. Hug a tree. Okay. When you wake up, count the number of people who will be happy to see you. Call one of them randomly to say good morning. That's a good one. 48. Help a child relax. If necessary, recite the relaxation technique. Give a mental hug. Learn to meditate by getting in touch with a heartfulness trainer. Take a friend to meditate along with you to your heartfulness trainer. Yeah, I'm noticing this is called heartfulness.com. Y'all ain't caught on by now. 51. Enroll yourself for 3 master classes in mediation through this link. Resolve to achieve something amazing through the science of meditation. Once again, promoting themselves. Go on, do more. Let the list grow to 101 and share it with us. All righty. So, what did y'all think? Liz said, I don't know if I can go without plastic bag. I don't know neither, Liz. They had some good suggestions on there. Toward the end, they started promoting themselves, if you didn't notice that. But I made sure I pointed it out. They started to promote themselves. But, you know, there was a lot of nice things on there, you know. Visiting the elderly at the nursing home and, you know, reading to them and spending, you know, even if you go, you know, play some backgammon or, you know, some cards with them, you know, just, you know, give them something to do, you know. They stuck in there all day and can't do nothing, you know. They would love somebody to come in, even the cranky ones. You would make that day. They wouldn't let you know, but you would make that day. Soon as you leave, they wouldn't stop talking about you. Hey, when they coming back? I had such fun when they came. Don't let them know I said it though. But I really enjoyed them coming by. They had some good things on there. Buying school supplies. Buying school supplies for the kids, especially kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. You know, get them, you know, some arts and crafts and some crayons, some markers, you know. You know, you would really make that day. You know, but you could also do that for daycare centers. If there are some homeless people that you see every day, you literally might strike up a conversation with them and ask them, is there anything daily need, like deodorant or soap or bottled water, you know, or like a, you know, wash rag or a towel, you know, or maybe a blanket. You know, you can go into like Maxway or somewhere, you know, and get a blanket for like $5. And I mean, that would help them keep warm on the cold nights. You know, maybe, you know, kick out a couple dollars and give them a pillow. Get them a pillow and a blanket, you know, just, you know. Liz says, we participate in the book bag drive every year. You know, if I had my way, Liz, I wouldn't focus on the book bag drive so much, because what good is the book bag if you don't have no good books to put in it? I wish I could start a drive where we could update all the school books for the children so they can have the latest things and be, you know, and be up to par on what's going on. And then they will have something nice to put in the book bag. You see what I'm saying? Because I remember when we used to get school books, people was writing all in them, and you had to look at somebody else's page because somebody had wrote on it. The binders was falling apart, pages was missing or ripped. So I understand, but they said I think it's good that the school system here provide lunch during the summertime for kids who are in need. You know what? It's really sad, but a lot of kids suffer. A lot of kids suffer, Liz said they hardly give out books anymore. They take the test on iPads now. Yeah, not every place. Maybe where you at? Because I see kids lugging books. But that's good though. Well, no, I believe that they did that here. The kids would get robbed. They will rob them for the daggone iPad. They be like, "Why you carrying that gun?" I gotta protect my iPad. Liz said, "Oh yeah, I know here that's what they do." Well, I know you in a good neighborhood. I guarantee you, if they got iPads in Baltimore City schools, they got them locked or something, so the kids can't take them home, and so nobody can't walk in there and grab them. I guarantee you that they got it screwed in, locked down, or something. Shoot. And if they give a kid an iPad, I guarantee you the parents got to put down a down payment on that in case it get lost, stolen, smashed. Shoot. I ain't going to just say, here you go. Here you go. Here's a $500 iPad. Shoot. That kid might not come back to school ever. I took the iPad. Why you ain't going to school? I can't go back, man. I ain't got no damn $1,000 for no iPad. My mom ain't got no $1,000. Shoot, I took that thing and I pawned it. I got $250 for it, man, and I went and had a ball with that money. Sold off my education for 250 bones. All right, let me stop. But it was some good stuff on that list. It really was. Matter of fact, let's go grab another one. I don't know why it's not popping up. I just typed this in here before the show started. All right, that's something a little bit different. Okay, so that's 8, 10. All right, 10 things you can do today to better your tomorrow. Let's check it out. All these animations. That's why I don't like to go on Quora. What 10 things can I do now to have a better life? The place to gain and share knowledge, empowering people to learn from others, whatever. Number 1, make a list. Be it a to-do list, to-buy list, or even a honey-do list. Writing down what needs to be done provokes you to actually get it done. Physically writing the list or typing it, if you are tech savvy, implants the idea that activity is not an option. It's a proactive start to the rest of your life. Likewise, a wise woman once told me to write a to-do list every night before I go to bed.
It traps all those little thoughts flying around your brain and finally allows your brain to relax. Making a list improves your sleep. 2. Making your bed. Making your bed every morning starts your day with a small routine. This routine puts your mind into go mode. Once in go mode, you'll have the rest of the day to function at your highest caliber. Who needs coffee anymore? Okay, maybe make your bed, then get your morning coffee. 3. Ask questions. Asking a question is always a nerve-wracking experience. They say there's no such thing as a dumb question, but that doesn't stop people from thinking you are forgetful, not paying attention, or I hate to say it, dumb. Putting yourself out there takes nerve, but the more you ask questions, the more you'll learn. Picking the brains of your social network will expand your understanding and your understanding exponentially. Keep in mind, the more you ask questions, the easier it will get. Practice makes perfect, right? 4. Call a relative. Keeping up with your correspondence keeps your heart happy. Your grandma loves hearing from you. Even though it isn't always the most fun experience, the way you feel afterward makes it worth it. Not to mention, your family consists of many different people who have a variety of stories, knowledge, background, and perspective. Many different people who you can use as resources. Many different people who all have your best interest at heart. There go Google. Trying to sell me some nicotine toothpicks. Go for a walk. There's nothing better than some fresh air. It does a body good. One of the underlying benefits is the effect on your psyche. It lowers stress levels and releases endorphins. You could go to the nearest trail or you could just go to the end of the block. It doesn't matter. Just get there. I highly recommend going on a route you've never been before. Explore your neighborhood or community. Just walking and noticing your new surroundings really is something special. This is, I'm not sure how it worked. They must have to sign something for it. When are we going to do news again? All right. We got a request. Let's take a look at the news. Snowless in New York City. Hey, that's right, and keep it that way. One construction worker killed, one injured in New York City wall collapse. Jamaica, Queens. One worker was killed and another injured when a wall collapsed at a construction site in Queens Thursday. The accident happened around noon on 94th Avenue in Jamaica. The injured worker was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Officials say the workers were taking down a wall when it fell on top of them. The exact cause of the accident is under investigation. Any loss of life on a construction site is a tragedy, and our engineers and inspectors are always on site conducting a thorough investigation, Department of Building Commissioner Melanie LaRocca said in a statement. We want to assure the families of the victims that we will hold all responsible parties accountable to the fullest extent of the law. See what else we got here. Boom, 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 boom.
I should have went to U.S. Oh Lord, 50-year-old man shoved on the subway tracks. Are you serious? Oh no. Alright, and hold on a sec, y'all. That daggone cat. Phew! Damn, darn, David. You normally take a whiz first and they give me a chance. Where is it? Anything. Just play something. Let me let it instant. You stink the house up. Right back, y'all. We are back. A 54-year-old man is recovering after being shoved onto the subway tracks in Lower Manhattan Wednesday. It happened around 7 p.m. at the Chambers Street AC station. Police said the victim was standing on the platform waiting for the train on his way home when an unknown person shoved him from behind, causing him to fall onto the southbound tracks. He suffered a laceration to the right side of his head and was taken to Bellevue Hospital. He is said to be conscious and alert. A witness stated that she observed a black male in his late 30s or early 40s, approximately 5'11", with a medium build, wearing all dark clothing, nudged the victim, and then exit up the staircase in the unknown direction. Police now are investigating if the shove was accidental or deliberate. That's daggone shame. You're gonna shove somebody on the train track. Speaking of that, into the chat real quick. The MTA TW condemned rise in bus operator attacks, call for increased penalties. MTA and union officials came together Tuesday to condemn a recent rise in attacks on bus operators in New York City. Head of the MTA bus operations, Craig Cipriano, joined senior officials from the Transport Workers Union, Local 100, and bus operators who have recently been assaulted to call for a swift passage of legislation that would increase penalties for assaults on transit workers. The announcement came a week after a B-15 bus operator was violently assaulted while driving, one of several disturbing attacks against bus operators in recent months. Every day, nearly 10,000 bus operators come to move millions of New Yorkers safely to wherever they want to go in this city, Cipriano said, but too many of them are unable to do that already difficult work without being harassed or attacked. Verbal or physical attacks on our bus operators both rose last year, and we are here today to say with one voice that enough is enough. The MTA and TW Local 100 reiterated their shared commitment to improving worker safety and applauded Governor Andrew Cuomo introducing legislation to strengthen penalties for assaults against transit workers. Under the new measure, offenders charged with aggravated harassment, including spitting on transportation workers, will be subject to a Class A misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in prison. Spitting is currently only a violation punishable by fine. The legislation would also expand the list of assaulted workers whose attackers may be punished with Class D felonies, which have a maximum sentence of 7 years in prison. Class D felony protection currently covers train and bus operators, signal persons, and terminal cleaners. The legislation would expand the coverage to customer assistance personnel, signal repairers, track cleaners, and supervisors of such personnel, among other additional titles. There's actually no excuse for assaulting a bus operator, and when that happens, we will use our power to make sure there's an arrest and a conviction, said J.P. Peterfield, TA Surface Vice President. We are professionals and we care about the safety of our passengers, but we also want to go home to our families at the end of the day. All right, I'm bored. School bus involved in serious crash in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Oh man, look at that. Man. Emergency teams are on the scene of a serious accident involving a school bus in Bridgewater, New Jersey. The accident happened around 3 p.m. on Washington Valley Road near Blossom Drive. Police say there are no injuries. That's amazing. I tell you, the way they make them school buses is just amazing. These kids don't get hurt. They're not strapped in, and they don't get hurt. It's just amazing. Arrest made after 2 fatal shootings in New York City delis. It's already on mute. Good. We don't want it. We don't want the video. Williamsbridge, Bronx. There are calls to increase protection for bodega workers in New York City after the second fatal shooting of a clerk in just 4 days, both in the Bronx. Mohammed Quitash, 20, was gunned down just before 11:30 a.m. Thursday at a deli grocery on White Plains Road and East 216th Street in Williamsbridge, following a dispute with the female customer who was trying to buy individual cigarettes. The woman went outside to get her boyfriend, and after a brief struggle, police say 28-year-old Adrian Toppin opened fire, shooting Quatash in both the face and the neck. Quatash was taken to Montefiore Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. He just got engaged, the victim's friend said. He just told me like a week ago he wanted to go on vacation next month and do all that and see his family. The pair fled the scene but were quickly taken into custody. Topping is charged with murder and manslaughter while the woman was questioned and released. Now, you should locked up too. She started. He letting her leave for. She went and got the boyfriend. So she is involved. She's an accomplice. The shooting came on the heels of another murder inside the B&A Gourmet Deli at East 137 and Brook Avenue in Mont Haven Friday evening. Police say the gunman walked into the store and opened fire without saying a word, killing Yeha Almasto, who recently became a U.S. citizen and was expecting a child with his wife. Police announced Wednesday that 33-year-old Leonard Neves was arrested and charged with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon in connection to Almasto's death. Detectives said the suspect had an ongoing dispute with the deli worker and felt disrespected. The 2 shootings are not believed to be linked. On Wednesday, the Yemeni American Merchant Association was joined by public officials and Quincy Florida to call for added safety measures, including arming clerks and installing panic buttons.
Okay, Liz. The woman started a confrontation because the man wouldn't sell her loose cigarettes. Loose cigarettes is when somebody is too cheap to buy a pack of cigarettes. And in New York, I think they cost $12 now, maybe $13. Somebody let me know. So somebody will sell cigarettes. They'll buy a pack and they'll sell you some of the cigarettes. Now, here in Baltimore, 50 cents. If y'all remember the corner, Gary was trying to buy a Newport for $0.25, and the woman had went up to 35 cents, and he didn't have the 35 cents. So I think they some people still say then you subtract the price of the cigarettes, and you normally make $1 and something a pack. Because I remember when a pack of cigarettes was $5, and if you sold 20 of them for 50 cents, you made $10. So you had a $4 profit. But then the cigarettes kept going up. So now I think they're around 7 something. So you have to make your profit. You're gonna have to sell them for more than 50 cents. So apparently this lady was trying to buy some, and the guy either wasn't selling them because it's against the law. He can lose his license for the store for doing it, because like I told you, the government lose money. The city and the government lose money when you don't buy a pack. The city, the county, and the government, the federal government, they get that money. And so they're not getting that money. If you buy 4 or 5 loose ones and go the whole night, you didn't buy a pack of cigarettes. So you didn't get the government that $3. Now, if you sell 2 out of a pack to 10 people, for that 1 pack of cigarettes, you stop 10 people from buying a pack of cigarettes. You took in $30. So every pack that a person sells takes $30 in tax money from the city, state, and federal government. That's why they made it illegal to do it. But if you bought the cigarettes, you own them. So how can they tell you what to do with the cigarettes? I don't understand that. I've never understood it. If I buy a pack of cigarettes, you can't. If I want to give them away, I can give them away. You can't tell me I can't do it. I'll mess with that. But this lady got into an argument with this guy over some loose cigarettes. She went outside and got her boyfriend. Now, first of all, why couldn't her boyfriend buy her a pack? Let's get real here. If you have a habit, it's your job to maintain the habit. Now, if somebody else has some cigarettes and you go, hey, I want to buy some, and they say, no, I don't want to sell them or give them away, then that's their prerogative. You going to get mad and go, instead of asking somebody else, you're going to go outside, get your boyfriend, and have him come in and shoot the guy, and then the woman get off. How come the dude couldn't buy her a pack of cigarettes? So now the dude is going to be doing 40 to life, and she going to be with a new dude and still going to be trying to find some loose cigarettes. You got a dude, but the dude can't buy you a pack of cigarettes. But you're going to go and send the dude in there to confront somebody instead of saying, hey, go buy me a pack of cigarettes. Anybody want to explain that? Anybody want to tackle that? And then the man get charged and the woman don't. She went and got him and brought him in there. The man and the merchant would never meet if it wasn't for the woman. So why the woman did not get charged? Somebody please explain. You go out there
and you tell your man to come in here and get this guy, and the guy must have been beating, must have beat the man up because he shot him twice. If you beating somebody up, why you gonna shoot him? Why would you pull a gun out and shoot him if you was beating him up? So he was losing. But now this man, life is done for some loose cigarettes, some cigarettes. His life is done, and the woman got free. If you take the woman out the situation, there is no problem. She is the cause and the effect. How did she get off scot-free? And guess what? A couple years from now, she probably gonna have somebody else get beat up. I'm gonna go get my new boyfriend, man. Anybody want to tackle that one? I went way too far back. Come on now. What? Hold on a sec, y'all. YouTube acting stupid. Okay, back all the way out then. I don't know what's going on here. YouTube really acting retarded. So let's back all the way out and come back in again. Alrighty. But you know something, Liz? Somebody asked me today, why did we go over to the other channel? And I did it as an experiment. And we got, you the only person here. You are the only person here. How many people showed up for the Bible study last night? 49 people. And we had a pretty good topic. We got 49 people. How many people showed up for that live on the other channel that we just did? Let's take a look. 79. We hadn't been on this channel since the 12th. And we did 83. And before that, we hadn't been there since the 5th. And we did 77. And we hadn't done nothing since before that, the 3rd. And we did 92. So that's the last 4 videos. 79, 83, 77, 92. Let's go back. Let's go back. It says we're here, so let's go to Video Manager. So let's go back and take a look. See, I knew it was going to do that. You need to stop. Put us back on Minister, please. So we did 49 last night on the Bible study. We did 28 on the live. And then there's a 4 or 2. Man, we had a rough night. This one got 0 views. Why is it even here? Let me go here. It's still processing? Something's wrong. Why is this video still processing? Is anything here? It's not available, so why is it sitting there? Just out of curiosity, I mean, why is it sitting there? So let's get rid of that. Oops, wrong button. That was my fault. My bad. Market time. But anyway, 4, 2, 52, 27, 6, 6, 11, 26, 22, 59, 31, 15. We had to go to the bottom of the page to find a 54. So we got a 54 and a 49. That's the best. That's the best views. So that was the reason why I went for a walk. We go for a walk on the other channel to compare. And there is no comparison. Positive videos can't touch the negative ones. The positive videos can't touch the negative ones. So y'all can't blame me for going every once in a while and going and dipping just to see. We got 2 people, according to this thing, sitting here. And we had some good topics, and we covered some news. But we had 6 or 7 people in here when we were looking back. Why is that? Because the stuff was negative. We do the positive shows and nobody don't show up. So how can you get mad when the person want to go back and take a look just to compare? Now, we had a horrible mobile live last night. When I say horrible, I mean I've never had a mobile live that bad.
Horrible. But we rebounded. I came back. I did what I said I was going to do. I came back and did what I said I was going to do. I fixed the championship. So not only did I do what I said I was going to do, we still did the Bible study. And it was a pretty good Bible study. For all the people that they keep talking about, you ain't getting none and all this, we actually went and looked back and see, well, what does the Bible say? I think that was a pretty good topic. Pretty good topic for 49 people to watch. 49. That was a darn good topic. I'll be surprised if we get 30 views on this video. I'll be surprised if we get 30 on it, seriously. No, the chat updating. So anyway, thank those of you that came. I haven't ate yet, so I'm gonna cook something to eat. I got 4 hours of wrestling came on last night, and I got 2 JDs from New York to watch, so that's 6 hours of content. I'm gonna watch the second hour and maybe JD, and then I'll be back with another topic if y'all want to come join me on this channel. And if anybody have any ideas on what they would like to talk about, I'll gladly listen. So thanks to everybody who came, and I will see y'all later on. What is it, 4 o'clock? Maybe I'll come back about 7:30. We'll see. Alrighty, y'all. Peace.